Hey everyone, it's time for some more Monster Hunter, and today we are going to be trying to get back into the schedule of releasing videos. I do have a bit of an announcement regarding streams moving forward at the end of the video, but for now I'm going to try to take on a high rank Viserios and finish the urgent quest to get into the 5-star quest. I've decided to switch to Hammer since I'm a bit more familiar with it, and I was struggling a little bit soloing a high rank Viserios, so without any further ado, let's get right into it. So, I have tried this quest before. I believe I tried it a couple of weeks ago, but I was struggling a bit with it. I was on the Lance using the Ogre Tusk, but I've decided that for the sake of portability, because that was really my biggest issue with the Lance, I would switch to the Hammer. Now, what I do is I create a Laotian Long Hammer, and I max it out. So I believe I have the Dragon Destroyer is what it's called. No, the Dragon Breaker. The Dragon Destroyer is what's before it. And it does have dragon element attached to it, and since Viserios is weak to that, that should definitely make it a bit easier to deal with. Now, I already have my cool drink sorted out, so I'm just going to go ahead and top up on everything I need. I'm thinking about getting a large barrel bomb. I think I'll just go ahead and grab a couple of these, just in case. But as is, I shouldn't really need them for this class. Now, moving forward, this is going to be kind of a same thing as when I was doing low rank. I believe that Viserios has some AI tweaks to make him a bit more aggressive, and I feel like he charges a lot more than he normally does. However, as long as you have cool drinks and healing, let's say just a full stack of potions and first aid meds, and of course you're not getting damaged too much and chipped away, you should be pretty good to go. Although I am going to correct myself. You don't even need cool drinks because we're not going into the heated parts of the map. The biggest thing you should probably deal with starting out is not the Velocipray, the Iapray, because the poison can be a bit of a problem. It wasn't cool drinks I was thinking of before, it was antidotes that you need whenever you go in, because Viserios does have the poison element, and if you don't deal with the Iapray from the start, then their poison could definitely get in the way of things. However, as long as you maintain some pretty good aggression, hit him in the chest where his weak spot is, break that, get to the fleshy parts, and hit that a bunch, or let's say on the hammer like me, if you just do a bunch of charge attacks, you can probably chip him down pretty okay. Really the biggest issue I had was just the amount of health Viserios had. Oh, I completely forgot that it's not the right analog stick that attacks, so that meant take some unnecessary damage. Either way, I'm not too worried about it, because just like that, the Iapray dealt with it. Now, the Vespoid are really going to be your biggest issue outside of the Iapray, because they can paralyze you. So, and of course, you know, they can do chip damage as well. So a lot of chip damage, it can add up. Really all you can do is just kind of deal with them because they do infinitely respawn. Although if you destroy them, I think it does give you a couple of seconds of leeway to deal with them. Of course, do keep in mind they are pretty good at dodging and countering, so if you do try to take on the Vespoid, it only seems to be whenever you focus on them that they really start flying and spinning around everywhere and just being a nuisance and hard to hit in general. And then obviously whenever you're not focused on them, that's whenever they decide to actually conflict you. This is where the Viserios is going to be, so yeah, there he goes. So I actually died to Viserios, so I'll probably include a bit of the fight, but I was kind of focusing a little bit, and I forgot to, well, say anything. Unfortunately, it looks like baby Viserios can indeed do the Gravius laser attack. Rarely. Now, if you ever want to figure out which of these rocks is Viserios, whenever he's, like, hiding in the ground, so the way you can tell is some of these rocks will have, like, a lighter coloring and texture, whereas Viserios will have a for lack of a better term, a more gradient or granular texture. So right here, this is Pisarius, because he's like a darker gray than the rest of the rocks. It's a very subtle difference, but when you notice it, it's pretty easy to pick it out going forward. Now, I do need to be mindful of Pisarius now, because I don't know if low rank Pisarius ever did, but it looks like high rank Pisarius can indeed do the laser attack. So what I'm going to have to do is try to focus on his chest and doing the ground pound attacks or the ball swings and just trying to output as much damage as I can. Now since I do have a Dragon Element weapon, it is something Pisarius is weak to, so I do have a better chance at killing quicker because, well, I believe it's, I don't think Pisarius is, actually. I could actually be wrong. I know that the Wyvern monsters such as Rathalos and Rathian are weak to Dragon Element, and obviously Fatalis and Asha and Marn are weak to it as well, but I can't remember if Pisarius falls into that classification. Now, of course, if Pisarius does charge, there isn't really much he can do, because, unfortunately, it's kind of end up on the other side of the arena. Sometimes, and I believe this is a high-rank exclusive attack, he will do these instant charges like this one. So they're very short charges, but, of course, if you're on a hammer and you're trying to charge an attack and you gotta, like, catch up with him, it can make it difficult to actually hit, because he keeps charging all around the arena. Of course, the occasional hip check isn't too much of an issue, but it doesn't really give you too much of an opening to launch a counter attack. All you can really do, in my opinion at least, is if he does start doing that charge, it's best to cancel out as many charges, try to come behind him and bait out either the poison attack or the bite attack. If you get the tail attack, you do have like a small window, if you do it just right, to kind of get around the Pisarius towards the side where the weak spot is. Of course, the more you hit Pisarius' weak point, the more you stun him, the better, obviously, but for something like a Great Sword or a Lance, it can be kind of difficult without getting hits. He is enraged now, though, so he'll be doing a lot more charges, but if I can just stay around him and hit his weak spot, it should be pretty good. Like I said before, you do have to be careful because he can indeed do the laser, and the way you can tell is if you remember whenever Gravius does the laser, there's like this fire and smoke that'll come around his mouth. The same thing happens with Pisarius. I got complacent, and obviously that got me killed. So we already got one card down. I'll try to make that the last. Now, while we do have a moment to actually like breathe and fight and kind of get into a groove here, there is something I do want to address regarding the channel moving forward. So I actually think that I'm going to start doing the daily streams, and it's mostly due to a decline in views and viewership. The channel has been impacted negatively by mostly focusing on streams instead of videos, so what I'm going to start doing is I'll try to start doing videos at the same pace I was doing the streams, so maybe like once every weekday, and then on the weekends those will be the all-day streams, of course. But what I'm going to start doing for the polls, instead of saying, you know, like, what do y'all want to see tomorrow, it'll be like, what do y'all want to see next time? And then what I'll do is, oh my goodness, traps, and I got this. That was pretty unavoidable. There wasn't much I could have done there. But that's why you got to be careful of keeping the Pisarius out in the open, because if you do get caught in the corner, you can't get hit by an attack. But anyway, in terms of the videos and the streams, like I said with the streams, it's going to be more like, you know, hey, what do y'all want to see next time, and that's pretty much what I'll play for the next stream. And that will lead to only a few streams per week, most likely, but I am struggling to do a video and a stream every single day without negatively impacting, you know, my own physical health and well-being. So I am exhausting myself, trying to keep up with everything. I have been sleeping in despite my alarms, and I have been struggling to not be fatigued. So what I'm going to try to start doing is I'm going to be focusing on the videos and trying to grow my channel that way. And then as soon as I do have some free time, an hour or two each morning if I finish my video early, then I'll go ahead and boot up a stream, and obviously, of course, there'll be the all-day weekend streams as well. As soon as I do get to the point where I can hire an editor, for an example, because I know there's somebody in my community that has offered to help edit videos. As soon as I can get to that point, what I'm most likely going to do is I'll be going back to the same schedule of recording videos and then doing streams, because obviously, even also as soon as I get to that point, I'll already be in a position where I don't have to work a full-time job, so I'll have that extra 10 hours a day to also do what I need to do. But like I said, moving forward, we'll focus on the videos more, and then after that, we'll go ahead and try to start doing the streams whenever I have the opportunity to do so. Of course, this will change whenever Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. Once Wilds does come out, what I'm going to be doing is... Oh my goodness. Did I get the ball swing off? Oh well. I got him on the wing of the head. That's good enough. Once Wilds comes out, I'll be really pushing myself to do these videos and streams, both of them, because that'll be the best chance for my channel to grow at that time. So whenever that does happen, like I said, I will be playing Wilds, doing videos every day, and trying to stream as well for a couple of months, and then after that, I'll kind of take it easy. There we go. Looks like we were able to take down the Xerios. That's actually a pretty good time for me. I know the last time I was using the Ogre Tusk Lance, and honestly, I almost timed out, which really sucks that it did get to that point, but it really can show what having a weapon that can do good element damage can really do to help you out. So, pretty much what happened was I forgot to, whenever I lost my save file, I lost its stamina. So I had to sell all my, or almost all of my Rathalos parts in order to get it. Thankfully, after the monster dies, the infinitely respawn monsters, I don't think they respawn anymore. But pretty much what happened was I had the Dragon Breaker, like I have now in my last save file, but I also had the Rathalos Lance maxed out. I believe it was to the Hellfire Plus or something like that. And, yeah, so I had to sell my Rathalos Tails and my Rathalos Shells to finish making this hammer so I could actually do this quest in a reasonable amount of time. Now, it is looking like I'll have a decent amount of time to edit, but like I said, I'm going to be focusing on the videos more. I hope everyone's okay with that, and with the new focus on the videos, I'm hoping that it will help my channel to grow again. Because I wouldn't mind too much if it wasn't growing slowly, but unfortunately right now I'm actually getting negative subscribers. I have, in the last month I've lost subscribers, although that is most likely related to the giveaway, but even so I have noticed a direct correlation between a major focus on streaming and a lack of growth, or even a loss of growth entirely with the channel. So, as much as I prefer streaming over, like, actually making videos, I do plan on focusing on videos for the near future, and then as soon as I actually can get to the point where I can hire an editor, or, you know, obviously maybe on the weekends. Well, definitely on the weekends, of course, because there'll be all-day streams. I'll be streaming. I've also been burning out a little bit on streaming, just a little bit, because I have been hitting it pretty hard, and, you know, outside of being sick and stuff, so pretty much it's going to happen. Like I said, I'll focus on the videos more, and then as soon as I can actually afford the time to do so, I'll put more of a focus on streaming. But either way, thank everybody so much for being here, watching the channel, and helping the channel grow. And especially those of you who've been here from the beginning. I think it's been like 6 months now, and it's actually kind of insane how much I've grown even in this time. Obviously, I'm not going to prioritize growth over everything, but at this point, I really want to shy away from actions that could actually hurt the channel. So what I'm going to do is, from now on, Monday to Friday, I'll be trying to release a little video every morning. I'll probably try to also edit a little better if I'm able to, but today's video, it's gonna be missing a couple of things. The little intro thing, thanking my patrons and everyone else. You know, hey, thank everybody who's supported me on Patreon, members on YouTube, subs on Twitch, everything else. Thank you to everybody who's done that, because as is, I just can't even believe I've gotten this far, and that so many people are willing to support the channel as I grow. So again, thank you everybody very much. It is very humbling. If you do want to support the future of the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you want to directly contribute to the channel as well, I do have a GoFundMe linked in the description below. That GoFundMe will be to a laptop. I will most likely be getting it in about 2.5 weeks, and whenever I do, I will make a post. That'll be my Wilds laptop. It'll be a laptop that can run Monster Hunter Wilds at bare minimum, medium settings, 60 FPS. That is the main goal I'm going for. I won't be playing in 4K or, you know, whatever else, but I do plan on making it a pretty enjoyable experience as much as I can. As is, thank everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye now.